Dude, Volta is in a sad state this year. With only being 2 days, I've been having my hands on it, and I've done everything there is to do. Only two things left to do: get level 20, which is just spamming the arcade, which to that itself is not fun after you play like 4 games of it, as well as play with 3 friends, but I can't round up any friends who are willing to even give it another go. It's weird what they've done with it. They've tried to make it like a wacky side game instead of just another way to play FIFA. I'm not a big fan of the changes. I will admit the power-ups are something unique and fun that brings more to Volta to make it a more distinct game mode. In the other hand, I'm not a big fan of the skill system in this year. In this year, the skill system works a lot differently. I haven't looked at anyone else's opinion on this, so I don't know if I'm completely wrong. I like the special ability aspect. I think it's very unique and actually adds a difference to the game. When people, I know people who say, oh, if you actually played FIFA year to year, it feels different. My point is that Volta this year is drastically different from Volta last year, and that's weird to me, but I don't get why they would choose this mode out of everyone to make different, but it's generally different. The special abilities go as just is the one that makes you go super fast, the one that makes you shoot super hard, and the one that makes you defend better. No one really uses defense one. The speed one is pretty good, and the power shot is pretty good as well. The defense one just isn't solid enough at the moment to be worth taking. The one thing I don't like, and this might be controversial, is that I don't like the skill bar that they added this year. And how this works is very simple. You use skills, you intercept, you have good passes, good team play, and you will get a bar to go up. Problem is, what I don't like about this is that for that bar to go back down in any sense, realistically, they need to score for that bar to go down properly. So if they keep skilling, but we take it off them every now and again and score, we'll get 1 point. But then if they score with a free multiplier, that means they've got 4 goals. Well, then they just get ahead instantly for just playing scumbaggily doing tricks because one guy just wants to do tricks. As much as that sounds fun, it's not very fair when you've worked as a team to try and pass around, do skills to get past, not just skill to skill's sake. But because that guy was just rainbow flicking back and forth around one guy in defense, he's built up enough points for 4 goals. Even if we score 3 in quick succession, they just score once, they're ahead. And it doesn't feel very rewarding to play as a team. It feels more rewarding to just run around and skill until you have enough points to score 4 goals in one, and then just do it that way. Then you're not risking the fact that if you can't score 4 goals in a row, you're not going to lose. It seems very counterproductive to work as a team at the moment. If you jump into quick play, you'll find out very quickly you're just going to get matched with people who sit there, skill, then just eventually once it's at 3, they'll start passing it around, because if you score a goal, it's fucking done diddly doodled. Another reason why this game is in such a fucking sad state is that you can't even play with your team. One of the good things I liked about Volta, it was a mix between pro clubs and ultimate team, where you built your team around these select characters that you found. You could take them from the other team if you won, and you would just keep getting these characters, build your team how you wanted them. You could get icons like I don't know who they had. I know at one point they had Dua Lipa, but you get like old characters, like old people who used to play football. Like at the end of the Volta battles, like this week, the end of the Volta battles, you got to play against like Beckham, Drogba, stuff like that. That was always cool, but the cool part about it was unlocking one of the characters you were playing against at the end. This week we didn't have any. There's barely any team customization. I'm hoping this is going to change as the year goes on, because one of the big cool things about Volta was like a mix between pro clubs and ultimate team, and now it just feels like a wacky version of pro clubs, and that's not what I'm here to play. Also, the fact that you can't play by yourself, you've got to queue into people, just makes it not as fun. And then the only game mode left is arcade, which is fun. It's like just mini games, like, you know, penalties. There's like one where you go like shoot at a wall, but like you have a timer and the people can like run in front of you and try and block the shot. Then they start adding like obstacles in the way to make it harder. You get more points the longer you survive. There's the like one where it's like squares on the floor, you run the ball over it to get a point. There's tennis, football, there's loads of other game modes like target, practice and stuff like that, which is fun for about like 4 games, and then I'm bored because the game modes aren't that productive and they're not that fun after a while. Same, like just imagine like Mario Party, but there was only like 7 different mini games, and instead of going across the board, you just repeatedly did the 7 same mini games over and over again. That's pretty much what you're doing with arcade. It's fun and gimmicky, but that's the problem. It's just a gimmick that's not really going to stick around or increase the game mode's potential that much. And last but not least, where are the fucking divisions, my guy? Like, what am I doing? What am I playing for? It flicks around calling me that in Division 6 and Division 0. Are we getting divisions? Is there like a mode where we can climb higher? Or is this it? Is it just the copy-paste that they didn't remove from the last year, and that's why it keeps flicking between 0 and 6, because it's not actually something that's supposed to be there. It just seems like they've added some random shit that they wanted to see if it would stick or not, but then removed everything that made Volta Volta to me. There's no team, there's no personality, there's just no ranked play, there's nothing there, there's nothing to hold my attention. Right now, there's no reason for me to play until 4 days, until Volta Battles changes, and then I just sit there for like 2 hours tops. An hour at most, maybe, and then I'm done again until the challenge change, then the Volta Battles change. At least with, like, pro clubs or, like, Ultimate Team, there's a thing to do, like, there's climbing. I've maxed my character out, like, I can't get any more points for him anymore. Like, it's just in a sad state in the moment, and it just upsets me to see these games just end up. It's only just come out, and it's in such a sad state compared to where it was last year when it came out. Here's hoping that they managed to fix what is there. There's a solid game there. The game is really interesting and unique. Just add in some divisions for me to climb. Make it so I can edit my team. Put some icons in there. And I'll be a happy man. But until then, the game is in a sad state. And I cannot recommend buying FIFA for Volta at the moment. Until some changes are made. If you're going to play any other game mode, go ahead and buy FIFA 22. I think it's a pretty solid entry in the franchise. But except from that, if you're going to pick it up for Volta this year, I would stay clear.